we're really getting into the danger zone of, well, a level 6 power bomb. But, with Toma ready at the beck and call to just jump in and try anything he can, maybe things will go okay. I doubt it, but maybe things will go okay. As long as we keep telling ourselves that. Really, it's just how much of the surrounding area of this fight is going to be left standing. There's already quite a lot of debris about. But since the other sides of this conflict has fallen down and by the wayside been taken out, the scientist, the communication metal girl, the grand plans that be, might not have been fully formed. Considering that we're only like halfway through this, I'm guessing the next bit is either going to be wrapping everything up or there's going to be a world-ending scenario. But is the interest in the sisters and their abilities, well, collective ability, going to be shelved as a project at all? After so many of the experiments have been dismantled, at some point maybe someone think, there's far too much time and effort into this, maybe we should look into something else. Also, considering we've got just joining into this battle with no real reason to, other than it looked fun. Are we going to get more from him? Quick double tap just to make sure. I wonder what she was doing there. Okay. So there's a lot more going on that has just been uncovered by Shokiko. But exactly what it could be... It could be... Well, there's a variety of things I can think of, but... with stuff that we've been shown so far in this series, something to do with Dolly, maybe? Was he part of that? I'm not sure many people know how his hand works. Incomprehensible. Perfect. And he just wants to hug the glory himself. That's it. He just needs to get in close. Well, now you're speaking his language. He's powering up. Excuse me? What is his ability there? Was that silver metal? the stuff that Satan was looking for? Satan? Someone got angry at me with that. With always looking for a way to save everything at a expense of themselves. That's what I was looking for. Can he even hear her? Yeah, it didn't work out great. Dragon. I guess really didn't understand how his dragon's ability worked. Wait a minute, so way back when, you know, the guy who could will things into existence by saying it and believing it. Wasn't there a dragon from his arm then? Has this been what it is all the way? It's not just maybe if the dragons themselves are eating all that energy and no, that looked like it worked. All of the nonsense. So it might be a good way of hey, back to your senses. He may need to go see the frog-faced doctor. His first thought: hand over the jacket. Good. I was looking for the arm being ripped off of the jacket. Didn't think they'd overlook it. He's always running to her aid. Well, I think it worked out, I guess. Good. Just another mystery that may not be explained right now. Yeah, I don't think many of us really expected that. Yeah, it was right there underneath the tarmac. How much would all of that be worth? Guess there's going to be some people mining that out to do some analysis. I see. After everything that she's been through, is she at least going to get a good meal at the end of it? Never actually got to use those vouchers. So now she's going to go see Congo. Well, I'm sorry you got into this state, but your efforts weren't in vain. Well, you can look at it as she got herself drawn into it by wanting to help. And knowing that it paid off. So... Oh. It was the path that she went down. That she believed in. If she is feeling so sorry about it, maybe she can make up for it by being a little less formal with her. Lighthouse. More of a... You've got all these kind of elaborate prose that you really wouldn't expect high school students and the like to say, but... And seeing where some of these characters started off as, how much they have, well, maybe not changed, but at least we have known and grown into them. They stepped up. They didn't let any of this be known. Now she's feeling the same thing that she felt. Who would have thought that she would have had such great friends? Still, for a hospital room, this is really quite nice. Even though it ended up here, in a hospital room, battered and bandaged. Oh, I guess Udo hasn't set up a collection for her yet. She has given up the will to continue fighting. That might be going a bit farther. Ah. Didn't really expect her to show up down in the sewers with her, but I guess if they've got a bit of a connection. Either they're acting very good, or they've had their memory returned. It depends on what the rest of the ingredients in them are. I guess if it's a sweet target, then sure, might work. Not sure about strawberry and, say, chilies or something. And I see. Some forged memories. It's fine if they think that much. But, personal preservation, I know is probably best for her, but what kind of cover stories was she giving them all? Well, there's still... They have a fun little back and forth. I guess now that she can kind of reach out and not be completely shut off from everyone and not trust anything. Stomach bug? Yes. That's... That was her cover story given to it. It's going to be a bloodbath in there. Well, it was fun getting to know that character. And now we get back into the fun and games, literally. I mean, this might be fine for like a school sports day, but a videoed event that people come and see, Dizzy running. I see. Not completely healed and spick and span and the like, but getting the job done. Now we spend 8 minutes or so enjoying the festivities. I'm guessing at least might, well, hopefully pan over to Shokako and explain a bit going on still that side. Best not to think about it too much. Quick, distract you with something else. Habanero pineapple. Actually sounds quite nice. Bit of a spike. Oh, that's a quite obvious low detail CG, but I think spiced pineapple would actually work. What do you? Why are you so close to Saturn? We're already getting juice. Isn't he allowed to come to this place even? Explain everything. Your involvement with one another. I see they have the same kind of intuition there that something's going on. What did she got? Maybe not a full intuition of what's going on. So easy to ask and to ask and succeed in getting a dance part. Oh, she died. Very, very delayed, immense knee pain there. It's a trap! Don't fall for it! Someone's going to have to take her place. Why would she want to dance in the first place? Why are you getting so flustered, Floyd? It's just the... Oh, the final boss has appeared. Yes, I do. Did she get... Really can't refuse now. Wasn't it meant to be with... As... So she has been silenced. Bound, hopefully gagged. Well, gagged, hopefully bound. They can have a nice heart-to-heart talk about everything that happened. Helped a little, you know. Almost losing a limb. It's part of the trouble with a city like this. It's got its guise of being a school to help students learn, and then everything else we know about it. Well, it's a bit of a direct question that he might be taking this a bit lightly. Needed to use extra rope to hold her down. You know, getting everything that we really needed there. Resolution to everything, getting the questions resolved, having their memories returned, catching up with those affected, everyone done it out of their own will, not regretting much. The fact that Congo has a life and friendships that she would actually put herself into that danger for. If you can recognise what you have, yep, there'll definitely be going to be those that wouldn't want to lose it for the world. But is the good scientist actually down for the count? Let's keep the big reptilian elephant in the room unspoken for a moment. The fact that Sogita Gunner was like, battle's over, I'm off, I've had my fun. Saw Toma's attacks, Toma's transformation. He was like, that's pretty neat. I'd like to actually have a head-to-head at some point. While also the entire ordeal leaving a whole bunch of shadow metal down. Really laying the groundwork once again that every single thing that Satan comes up with, stumbles upon the internet, is 100% accurate. No smoke without fire, so I guess all conspiracies are now valid without question. But how sneaky, how underhanded, how devious of them. I'm not sure what's going on here. Well, what in the future is Saturn and Uruharu going to come up with? Invite him out on a date and then, oh, look who happens to wander by while we are mysteriously late and never turn up. The whole setting up of situations for them because they know what's going on, even to the utter dismay of the currently wheelchair-bound roommate. If she doesn't take action, we'll do it for her. It's practically the thinking behind it. I can't put it off any longer. How many dragons does he have? I don't know, I think like 7 I counted. Why is his body inhabited by a menagerie of giant reptiles like that? The mythical beasts. So maybe what is the touch itself not really eradicating or espering magical unknown quantities, just like we saw here. It's actually the dragons having a bit of a lunch, and they can be quite peckish. But what and why things are happening, I don't think we'll ever probably have a true explanation for that. But it did make me think back, as I mentioned, back when you had the guy who could say anything and it becomes real. He saw a dragon. Was it therefore actually part of Toma's power coming out there? We'd been, well, I at least had been thinking, maybe it's just him going, being afraid of what could happen, getting his imagination run wild. No. Maybe not. Or maybe I'm speculating on something that completely doesn't matter at all. Let me know. But for now, with someone apprehended down in the sewers, Shoko going over, probably having a little talk at least, uncovering some hidden knowledge that was deep within the brains of the scientist. She may now understand quite a few bits more about what's going on in Academy City, things that she might not want to know about, and things that might be quite useful. We didn't really get to see a lot of what the powered up Force Level 6 could do, but it sure looked kind of good. Maybe it's best if we didn't see the destructive nature. No, it does actually seem to be quite good timing because that's all there is for Railgun for this week. And now we've ended off on such a nice, cosy end. Enjoying the festival, the dancing. What can come up next? Has anyone woken Misaka's mother from her sleep? If you've enjoyed this episode, let me know. Leaving a like and a comment helps out me, helps out the channel. If you want to, consider subscribing. You get more videos. You can turn off the notifications if they bug you. But for now, get yourselves a bit of rest. Just be glad we don't live in a place like this. See you in the next one. What kind of home insurance would you need? Would acts of God, albeit Esper, be covered? If you want to be one of the multi-headed dragons bursting forth from the withered and severed arm that is my channel, consider joining onto my Patreon. Because thanks to the likes of Electricant, Noku, Raywin, Kite, Sal, Arthur, Shiwan, Mats, Gurley, Cardboard, Croyville, Ginterman, Dark Shadow 7899, Mega42 and everyone else, we have managed to avert pretty much every disaster that has come our way. Although, let's be honest, nothing really involving massive amounts of electricity, or scientists, or fear of death, or pretty much anything that could actually be harmful. I really do hope you're enjoying yourselves.